Hi everybody, welcome Libra. Welcome to the newcomers and welcome always for the returning subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. Guys, I do personal readings. In case you didn't know, you can find my email in my about section. Just write me a quick word, we'll coordinate, we'll talk about, how I do it, how long it lasts, and how I send it to you and how much. And it would be my pleasure to interact with you, doing you a personal reading. So let's get back to Libra. We're gonna look at your monthly overarching energies. This is more of a general reading for the month, of course. It'll speak maybe of one particular theme, but it might not cover the whole month. Just remember that. And as always, don't try to make it fit if it doesn't. There will be other readings during August that you can relate to, I'm pretty sure. So let's start with a French oracle deck that I will translate for you, of course. What is Libra's overarching energy for the month here? It says health specialist and finances. He's got a funny face. He looks very, very, very serious. So let's keep drawing and see what that energy is. The word specialist is really tantalizing. It feels either you specialize in something or you will need a specialist's advice regarding maybe your financial health. It's possible, but right now, 2 cards. I don't want to just interpret the whole reading on one card, right? Let's keep pulling and see, really. So one is, don't let your past hold you back. This is the South Node. So letting go of anything too familiar. And nothing is yet set in stone, mutable moon. So I just want you to see, like, both cards have sort of the same greens of hues of greens. So it's particular, right? That this is stormy sea. But the color is really drawing me in here. Because green is the color of the heart chakra. So maybe there's something about a particular dream that you have. I don't think it's necessarily love related. I say that because of the first oracle card, but let me get to the tarot and really dig here. Nothing is yet set in stone. I think that things are in flux right now for you. This is what this card portrays with this sea that is a little bit heavy, and the fact that it's mutable moon. There's still flux and changes occurring. Let's get the tarot now. 5 of Wands. So you're struggling with something. What is that? The Ace of Pentacles. It's money related. I do think it has to do with your financial health in the end. But who knows? We need more. 9 of Wands and the Hangman. So that's the mutable, right? This is a Piscean card. Pisces is a mutable sign. This is a period of transition in which you don't feel so comfortable, actually. There's something that is I'm looking at don't let your past hold you back, right? You would have been wounded in the past, probably affected, let's say, by something, someone, a relationship, a situation, maybe a lack of money. That could have been, it could have put you in a tight spot. You know, it could have been like you felt like you had to hustle, you had to like really struggle here to make ends meet. It's quite possible. That would have affected your pride. I have to tell you, would have affected your sense of self-worth. This would have affected your self-esteem. Or just be really, really hard to bear. You know what I mean? Like, just like, Libra. I hadn't seen, but the Four of Swords had turned. I just started shuffling again, and I didn't hear it turn, so I know that it must have turned prior and I didn't see it. So you're coming out of a restless, you're coming out of a rest period. You will come out of the rest period, because right now I think things are still changing. I think you need to adapt to something, really. Let me see what that is. What does Libra need to adapt to? I mean, this would be, it's funny I say adapt, and I just saw the image of the scales trying to, you know, when you place the weight, and then you have your, you know how you basically operate the scale, right? And then that moment where you really want it to be, to give you the right weight, and it comes flush. So that moment where it's small tweaks. Five of Cups in the reverse. You would have wasted a lot of resources. You would have wasted a lot of, I'm going to say it, blood and tears as well. Blood, sweat, and tears. In the sense that you would have worked really, really hard at something, and it would have left you with a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth, I think. The Fool and the Two of Swords in the reverse. You're changing that completely. I don't know why you're like, you will, okay? Because right now, you're waiting for something. You're waiting for something for the energy, for maybe a particular thing that you know you're missing. Either it's like money coming in really, or just an opportunity, a contract, a deal, whatever, but something that will generate more money for you. I have to say, I think it's finance related for sure. The Ace of Pentacles wouldn't have come out. I mean, yeah, I'm sticking to that. That's how I'm sensing this reading to be. But you're tired of the limbo. You're really tired of this place where things are always off balance and you can't just get it right, you know? So you really want to put in the action here. There's two cards of coming out, right? This coming out of exile and then jumping into things afterward. Making that decision of like really going for something like adamantly and with a lot of energy and enthusiasm, or almost like fearlessly. Just like, okay, let's do it. So, but the Five of Cups in the reverse, for me, although it's in the reverse, there's like, that's what I was saying about, you're tired of wasting all of that energy, all of that. This is the card that made me say blood, sweat, and tears. It's where you would have wasted a lot of those, or felt like you wasted a lot of those, right? As if everything was in vain, but it wasn't. It's just, it's motivating you, actually. I think it's motivating you to get in action, to get out there. There's also a fresh start, like there's not just a fresh start, you have a fresh way of looking at things, or you will during the month of August. Excuse me, that's how I should word it. It's the future, meaning the coming weeks. There's something here about finally seeing, right? She didn't see prior, now she sees things differently. This is a different outlook. She gained a different perspective while she was in limbo, or the she being the person. He, she, you. It's you. You get Dandelion, the wounded healer, which is absolutely this card here. Sagittarius energy, Chiron. This is the Nine of Wands is definitely the wounded healer in the deck. So, you know, a lot of times when you invest your energy, I think you often forget yourself in the equation. I'm not exactly sure if you really did that fully, but in this particular case, you might have neglected yourself. You might have, you know, the blood, sweat, and tears, I think you went too far. I think you hurt yourself a little bit. Hence, I mean, it was arduous competition, right? Arduous competition for, let me put it this way, a single dollar. It's just a metaphor to tell you that you worked really, really hard for maybe a small payback. And I think it's exhausted you. Hence why you might feel wounded, even though you might be someone that's fairly robust in general. Your self-esteem would have been also scratched, you know. But truly, I think you're getting out of that mode here. Like it's fascinating how it's like you're coming back to square one about something. I don't know if you're seeing something, either the same thing as possibly being able to like start it like as if it was brand new, or if you're really starting something brand new. At least you're trying things. Let me put it this way. You're trying everything you can, actually. You get joy. I'm glad. I'm glad. The joy is on the Fool card. I think this is why you're being able to go at it a second time or a third time, or even just for the first time if it's something really, really new. I think that, let me just read the cards. Spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the result. Yeah, I think you would have really had the opportunity of changing the way you look at things. Maybe early, maybe this was in July, maybe now in August, you're already at the moment where you're coming out of that very strenuous period where you would have felt like you wasted so much energy for nothing, you know, for small results. But now you're going at it like with renewed energy, and it's uplifting you so much. It's making you like really happy. And what comes first, right? Are you happy and then you're able to put in the energy and start again or start anew? Or is it because you're starting anew or just giving it another go that it makes you happy, right? That the fact that you're investing yourself again, that you feel it's possible, that just that bright prospect is what uplifts you and make you really happy about life again, or this project, or even just being able to earn your money and not freak out over it, you know. But there's something you need to let go. There's something that you might need to change in the equation about, especially like the struggle part. Maybe don't put in so much effort especially if they're not going to be rewarding. And maybe you need to enroll the help of a specialist when it comes to your finances. But mainly also know that things are always going to be in flux for a while. Even when you start anew like this, and that you're like super clear about a new approach to it, then definitely you need to be flexible. Not everything is set in stone, you know? So anyways, that's the message for you guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I also and mostly hope that something resonated in here for you. If so, you can give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you soon.